We're at an interesting place right now in Canada when it comes to managing the pandemic. A situation that I feel like is a rather risky, dangerous one in terms of public opinion, how divergent we're getting, and well, where that's going to take us, where it's going to lead. So right now, we've got rising cases in Canada. Ontario reporting over 400 new cases in one day, which has caused alarm for a lot of people, and folks all across Canada seeing similar things happening in their respective provinces. They are concerned, and well, I guess they should be, because having more cases of coronavirus is of course not ideal, so nobody wants that to happen. At the same time, we've been talking about this idea of a second wave, well, ever since the very beginning of this, back in March and April and May and so forth. So psychologically, I mean, we should have all been prepared for some version of this happening around about this time. And the silver lining good news is that, well, the death rates, the hospitalizations, the ICUs, they are stable or going down. And the people who are getting infected or testing positive, they skew to the younger demographics. Plus, the medical system is doing a much better job managing this and dealing with the therapeutics of assisting people who have coronavirus than they were 6 months ago. So hats off to them. And those should all be calming elements, I think, that help sort of moderate opinion broadly. But, well, it's not. Opinion is really diverging. We have one extreme end, where we have a lot of people who are seeing these numbers and they're saying, uh-oh, September, what do we do? Shut it all down again. It's not safe to have the schools open, the gyms. We got to close all of this down. Go back to the way things were in April. I mean, people are really calling out for that. It's something. And then on the other side, we got people who are calling this a scamdemic and so forth, and they think the entire thing is a total hoax. So those two sides really kind of battling it out in terms of severity. I hope that most people are in a bit of a moderate middle, but more and more people are beginning to splinter, beginning to fray, and if not holding those more opposing views there on the extreme ends, still some people feeling like, oh, I'm really getting alarmed by this, and more people feeling like, yeah, I'm not so sure, I think this is all overblown. Government response isn't really helping either. There's a lot of following going along as opposed to leading. And I think we need the government to step forward and really say, what is it you're trying to accomplish? Because are we trying to get to 0 cases? I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. Some doctors I've spoken to, top-notch medical experts, have said, yeah, about the vaccine, when it comes, it may even just be a seasonal one like a flu shot, and we're just going to be dealing with COVID-19 for many years to come, the rest of our lives. Well, if that's the case, then we can't just do this thing where we have shutdowns and lockdowns and reopen and so forth. We're going to have to learn to live with coronavirus, which is the headline of a feature I tweeted out from the New York Times, where they're talking about how European countries are talking about doing that as well, learning to live with coronavirus. Whatever it is, the governments here in Canada, they've got to kind of get their act together to decide what is their objectives, what is it that they want to accomplish. Because right now, it seems like they're kind of just flailing, and it doesn't send a good signal to the public out there who are just going off in their own direction. So, very curious times. What do you think about this second wave and what's going to unfold? Let me know.